We are looking live at the Irwindale Speedway here in Irwindale, California. We are ready for more Grainger Truck Series action. It is time for the Lucas Oil 300. Benedict Murdo IV, he has his second straight pole position, was unable to convert it at Trois-Rivières. Can he take his first GTS victory tonight?
Yeah, it's been a good weekend for the Cup regulars, obviously locking out the front row, and then there is another man who's made a fair few Cup starts, starting in third, that being Caleb Evans. Yeah, it's a real interesting track here in Irwindale. It's the first weekend we've had two separate tracks that both the Truck Series and the Cup Series have gone to. This is a big moment for these guys. This is their first headline event, if you will, but naturally the Cup guys are trying to steal that thunder.
Certainly, and as we look down through the field, we definitely have some big storylines to attend to. First up is we have a new team. This is Andretti Team Dynamics here, the 26 of former Renegade Gutierrez racing driver Clayton Sessom, and much deeper in the field you'll find the second truck, the 27 of debutant Clockman 1. Good to see the GTS is expanding, and due to that, we had our first go home session of the season. Graham Radfall of Joe Zeller Racing and Nigel Smith of Gasoline Racing, unfortunately, our first D&Qs in GTS history.
Yeah, and it's kind of a surprise because those are both really fairly well-funded teams. But yeah, it's great to see that the Truck Series is expanding. And it's great to see the likes of Clayton Sessom back on the grid as well, and a new debutant as well. We're seeing the 27 as well, and yeah, very good showing for a team making their first start and immediately expanding with two trucks in their first start as well. So you know, it's difficult to do those sort of things nowadays, but they're making it work.
And our last storyline that we'll touch on is the 19 team. This is no longer American Floof Motorsports. It is now Radfall Engineering Motorsports, owned by Graham Radfall. Mina Truex here has picked up sponsorship from eBay. Radfall Engineering Motorsports, of course, will also be running American Floof Motorsports' former Cup operations, which we'll talk about more in that broadcast at Chicagoland. But definitely kind of a mediocre qualifying day for Truex in the 19, but good to see that this team is going to be able to continue on.
Yes, I mean, it's virtually the same team, but it is going to be a bit strange not having the AFM banner on the grid for a while. But they seem that they've got some good new management. You can see they're already picking up some decent financial backing. And yeah, new paint scheme on that 19. Very, very slick scheme for that truck.
Alright, so the command is just moments away. We're going to take you right there. Get ready for action here in the Lucas Oil 300. Command is now just a few seconds away. And it once again will be Benedict Murdo from the pole. Reigning truck champ Peter Onjak is alongside. There is the command to fire. And as we said, Murdo on the pole, Onjak P2, Caleb Evans P3. Then it's Brandon Morris, Nicholas Santiago, and Justin Henley in his second career GTS start, rounding out the top 6. Pace truck is off. And we are getting ready for action here from Irwindale. As the field rolls their way. Very short track. And accelerating green flag is out here from Irwindale.
Oh, look at Onjak around the outside.
Onjak, with help from teammate Brandon Morris, is going to clear into the race lead. Morris can't quite clear for second there on Murdo. Now he will.
Now, yeah. He made it look very comfortable, very easy.
And look at this, Morris now going for the lead.
How about that? I mean, these guys are both in contention for the championship, really. They're both in the top 5 in points. And he's made that look easy around the outside.
Outside looks like the place to be right now as Morris clear into the race lead ahead of bossman Peter Onjak. Murdo holding third, but here comes Justin Henley. Another fast starter is the 99 of Evan Marici. He's already made up a lot of spots.
Yeah, if I'm correct, this is Marici's third career start and Henley's second. So yeah, I mean, a lot more experience obviously in that 01 truck with Benedict Murdo, but they're really sticking it to him. I mean, it's been a difficult season for the German driver, obviously with an injury at Atlanta. But I mean, look at that. He's already sunk the pole sitter, already down to 5th. He's trying it again now down the inside of Marici.
And looking back up to the front, the two Andrade cars continue to do battle. Justin Henley waiting in the wings as Marici is going to clear into 4th. Other fast-starting trucks, Daniel Sels in the newly Zinn-sponsored 57, and also Clayton Sessom, who we talked about in the pre-race show. He's made his way up toward the front as well for Andretti Team Dynamics.
And it looked like for a second he was going to look and make it 3 wide as Onjak back to the lead.
Peter Onjak back to the race lead. Already does have a victory on the season, won in dominant fashion at Rockingham, trying to take his 2nd win on the year, which would be the first multi-time winner in the Grainger Truck Series. Brandon Morris now looks like he does not have a lot of answers for that pace of the 14 truck.
And it looks like Marici's made it round into 3rd. Looks like Henley's dropping back a few places. I tell you what as well, Nicolas Santiago is nowhere to be seen after starting in 5th, so he's clearly had a bad start as well.
There is Santiago battling. Oh, there's smoke.
Smoke. I think we were under yellow. No,
we are not under yellow, but problems for Justin Perez and Sean McHale. This season for the Roadrunner 08 team is unraveling quite quickly. They had a strong start, but he's going to be pulling it down pit road. And the 60 is also down pit road. No, I believe that was the smoke from that accident. So if we get a break in the action, we'll see if we can show you what happened there. But the action is not quitting as Marici has found his way onto the back of Brandon Morris, and also Clayton Sessom is currently holding P4. This is looking like a really good run for some of these guys who are still early on in their truck careers.
Yeah, it's great to see Clayton Sessom back in the field in USARC after a few cup starts last season as well. Quite famously out-qualifying Wyatt Wilkinson at Talladega, and he kicked up quite a fuss about that, but now he's putting that to bed, some might say, as he's trying to prove himself a bit more on track this time. Running 4th, started just inside the top 10, if I've got that correct.
I believe he started just outside the top 10.
Just outside.
Still, this has been a good run, but here comes Daniel Sels in the 57. Oh, and McHale coming back up the track in contact. McHale around. Oh, and Parrish hits him. I think that will draw the caution. Or has it? Oh, no, Bedard. Oh, yeah, definitely we're slowing. Yes, caution is out.
Yeah.
And storyline we did miss in pre-race is Jared Bedard, championship leader, failed pre-qualifying tech, so that's why he's at the back, and it looks like we're trying to sort out the grid here.
What, it looked like there was a bit of a stack up before, even.
Oh man, we are all stopped.
Okay, nice one, guys.
Alright, as pace truck making its way through. Peter Onjak, your race leader. Brandon Morris in 2nd. Marici, Sessom, and Daniel Sels the top 5 as they sort things out. We'll take a look at both the first incident and then what directly resulted in our second incident of the day, Sean McHale going around, and that will draw the caution.
So here we can see, this is the first incident, the 08 getting turned off the front bumper of Chris Martins and getting carried along by the 05, and then Isaac Davis had nowhere to go at all. But surprisingly, that did not bring out the yellow.
So this is now what drew the caution. Sean McHale coming off of pit road, merges right into the path of Daniel Self, contact, and the 08 goes around, and then Will Parrish right into him, nowhere to go. Fortunate for Caden Lemon and Mika Pega to avoid, and then saw a bit of contact there between Jared Bedard and Andreas Andronikou. And then Nick Breeding taking avoiding action onto the apron. But aside from that, everyone kept it clean, and I think everyone should have little enough damage to keep going in this one. So we'll bring you back when this is all sorted here from Irwindale. We are back here at Irwindale. We're going to set to see the green lap 20 of 100. 2 retirements. Will Parrish, who hit Sean McHale and then suffered a fuel leak issue the O2 team is done, as is Isaac Davis from Crash Damage with McHale, but McHale himself is still running 4 laps down. Pace truck is off. We are getting ready for the restart.
So we're very interested to see this time if the 14 can pull away. They're really quite spread out, especially compared to last week. And a road course, obviously, but
there's the green.
Still.
Morris is going to be right on Jack, sliding up a bit, and on Jack will be able to hold the lead.
Bit of a fish sail there from the 12 as well.
And they're really running up the track, 70 very high, 3 wide between Henley, Santiago, and Evans. And I think that's playing to Henley's favor. This outside is definitely proving to be the place to be. On Jack holding the lead for now. Morris holding second. Marici getting rooted up the track by Selson. Sessom having to go way wide in avoiding action. But I think Sessom, whoa.
Wow, oh my god.
Big run for Clayton Sessom on the outside of 2. He's going to go for second.
He looks really keen today.
And he's going to clear. Clayton Sessom is going to take P2. And now he's going to go chase after Peter on Jack for this race lead. But Brandon Morris trying to keep the mirror full of Sessom, not let him get away, and try to reinstate the Anjado 1-2. And you were asking earlier where Nicolas Santiago is. He's now up here in the mix as well.
I think he's just hanging back slightly because it looks very messy up in front. We've got a fair few, or not necessarily rookies, but in an inaugural season, but some very underexperienced drivers like some Henley, Marici, and Sessom as well. So he's just holding back. It's actually worked out for him here. He's already passed Sels, but side by side for second, Morris trying to get back round. He's going to make that look fairly comfortable off the turn 4.
Alright, so Morris back clear into second, and now Henley doing work on Clayton Sessom, though Sessom looks like he's going to hold P3 for now.
Morris has already closed in on the 14.
Yeah, Morris is all of a sudden found pace, and he's really closed up on the 14 of Onjack, but Onjack looks like he's just able to pull away now. So definitely looks like a bit of a yo-yo effect. The 14 seems to be slower than the 12 at some parts, but definitely faster in others, and Sessom now right on the tail of the 12, and that was a bit of a close moment there into 1 and 2.
Looks like it's made Morris run up slightly high, and I mean Sessom's looking underneath, but I say the high line has worked much more in his favour today.
Oh, we're catching lap truck, and that is Sean McHale. That 08 definitely not in the best of states right now. They've got the rear bumper cut off it. He will be a lap truck.
He could very much be a bit of a mobile chicane here, even for Onjack, who's making this look fairly easy out front. And they're side by side for second.
Sessom trying the inside on Morris. That's not been the preferred line, as Marici looked like he lost a lot of momentum. Oh, are we under caution? We are under caution.
We are. Can't see for what.
Not sure for who. Yeah, can't really tell for who that yellow is for. Oh, and we're gonna have a bit of a mess here. This is getting a bit awkward. So we're gonna go see what might have caused the yellow here. Or try to figure it out, but we are under caution for the second time today here at Irwindale on lap 31 of 100. Peter Onjack, Brandon Morris, Clayton Sessom, Evan Marici, and Justin Henley, the top 5.
Well, here we can see, heading into 3 and 4, Skylar Taylor just riding the rear quarter panel of Caleb Evans, and eventually it's not able to work, and it sends him very slowly into the outside wall. He continues on with little to no damage at all.
On board here now with Skylar Taylor, you see him send it on Caleb Evans and just get to the quarter panel and just get him out of the way effectively. Jet Hawksworth did a good job avoiding that one, and so no phantom caution, definitely an incident here, and we'll bring you back for when we're ready to head green flag racing once again in the Lucas Oil 300. We are back here at Irwindale, lap 35 of 100 in the Lucas Oil 300, and it's been Peter Onjak, Season 1 APCS champion who's been showing the way so far. He's in search of his second win on the season here in GTS.
And he's looking really good for it already as well, as we reach the 1/3 of the waypoint of this race. It looks very comfortable and a very favourable championship-wise for that top 2 currently.
As they're making their way off of turn 4, green flag is out here, and oh, look at the jump from Morris. Brandon Morris with the restart jump he absolutely wanted, and he is not clear into the lead yet.
He's got the favourable line.
And he's got him, and they're going 3 wide for third. Marici, Henley, and Sessom. Marici round the outside of the pair of them, and now he's working on Onjak.
Yeah, and Morris is not pulling away from either of these two. This is going to be very close here on this restart.
Evan Marici had to go through go or go home qualifying, as did Clayton Sessom, and now he's battling potentially for the race win. What a boost that could be for the Whiteout Motorsports team that's really had a strugglesome go at it so far this season. Here he comes.
Here he goes.
Evan Marici round the outside. He takes the lead and will clear.
Clear him. Unbelievable.
Evan
Onjak's been
Marici
just left for dust just behind these two.
Evan Marici is in his 3rd USARC start. His 2 previous starts, he ran the Cup race this season at Pikes Peak. Big slide for him there. Finished in the top 10.
It was another short track, so clearly there's a bit of a speciality to this guy.
And then
but
also
really well.
Ran last week's Cup race at Torrey Vieja, finished in the top 10. He is currently tracking to keep his 100% top 10 rate through his first 3 USARC starts. And he has pulled a big gap on Brandon Morris.
And you don't want to speak too soon, but this is possibly a very bright talent for the future. And as some teams maybe start to turn their heads towards Season 3, we've already seen that with Daytona Motorsports announcing they're switching over to Ford next season. This is a very important time to be putting on some good results.
As once again, McHale looks like will be a lap truck in the factor. The 2 Andrade trucks seem to not have an answer for Marici right now. He is pulled away. Sessom currently holding 5th. Then it's Henley, Sels, and then Benedict Murdo and Jet Hawksworth. Hawksworth in his 2nd ever oval start. Currently running in P6, I believe this is now. And also Zachary DeLello making his way through the field, as is Brandon Smith in the 1 truck.
Yeah, this is very important for DeLello, obviously 2nd in the championship, just 7 points behind Bedard, who is still very deep in the field. And when the other 2 championship contenders, or some of the championship contenders, are running 2nd and 3rd, you need to be near them at the very least.
Bedard is just not making any ground whatsoever. Currently behind Dylan Midiska, currently sitting in P36. So this is absolutely not the run he needs. It looked like there was a bit of a stack up there, but I think
Seth Morgan's deep in the field as well. This is not a good run for and he's nearly into the 86.
It's going to split the 2 Fleur-de-Lis Motorsports trucks of Kitson and Falconer. And yeah, Morgan has really not had a good go at this season since winning at Michigan. So his title hopes definitely seem to be fading as well.
It looks like Falcon is fighting back on the outside now.
And he will clear? Not quite. Still going to be a bit of a battle between them. And now Falconer still can't clear. This is for the battle for 20th.
Now he's looking at the outside of Caden Lemon in the 15.
As we continue to do battle, we're gonna look back up through.
I'm looking at the ticker, and the 99 is still pulling away.
Yeah, Evan Marici. Because I believe he got through McHale pretty cleanly. Which Morris looks like might not have necessarily, and Onjak isn't necessarily either. So this is music to the ears of Evan Marici. He is really just gone.
There's 2 seconds last lap. This lap, 3 seconds, and that's back to Morris, who did not get held up at all on this lap by the 08. So that could be really telling. Maybe he's just overworking those tyres on the 99. It would be surprising if he's able to pull away from an Giotto truck this much.
It's more gain. Another 800ths of a second that time around. And definitely the 08 being a bit of a nuisance to some of the guys running inside the top 10 right now. As Sels looking on the inside of Sessom, this is for P4. And definitely not going to get that position. And yeah, I mean, so...
he's closing in now, Morris, but that's a big gap. Oh no, not that, no, wow.
Not that lap, definitely did not close in on that lap. And here comes Sessom now on Peter Onjak. This is for P3. 26, trying to go around the outside.
I mean, the outside's been where it's worked if you want to make a move.
And there you go.
So far, and once again.
So that is...
Daniel...
Sega?
I was about to say, Daniel Sels, difficult season so far, but the top 5 run here, as he moves now into 4th, could do him a real favour in terms of just morale boost after a very difficult cup season so far, and a handful of truck starts as well. But top 5 run, currently looking on Jack for 4th. Yeah, it could do him the world of good if he got a good result here today.
Oh, and Onjak nearly, I think, got into the back of Clayton Sessom. And that really killed his momentum, and there goes the 57 of Sels. So the 14 looks like he is fading. The driver that isn't really fading is still Evan Marici. That gap to Brandon Moore is stable at about 2.7 seconds. And for a truck that really looked like it was not going to run well this whole season, this is a really strong performance from the driver from Wisconsin.
And I tell you what as well, Morris now very comfortably in 2nd. He's 5th in the standings, the only driver in the top 5 in the standings without a win. 26 back from Bedard, a 2nd place run with all of his opponents in the championship behind him could really swing it in his favour. So I'm sure he's actually quite content right now to run in 2nd with a lot of space in front of him and behind him.
And so we're going to have another lap truck coming up here. Nick Breeding, talking about Seth Morgan earlier, here's another driver who, after picking up a win, has looked like he struggled a lot. Road America winner, but hasn't really done much else since. And also there is your points leader, J.R. Bedard, just ahead of him. Oh boy.
Yeah, Breeding's only top 10 was this season in trucks, was that win at Road America. So yeah, both of these guys are towards the back, really kind of struggling right now. I mean, Bedard's just not making any progress whatsoever.
And truck blowing up. It's Rhodes Gray in the 22 for Anjado. Is everyone going to make it through cleanly? Oh no! Oh, Gray hits Bedard. Is that going to draw yellow?
I mean, he's very much strict. Yep, yellow's out.
Yellow is out. Oh my goodness.
And that will just about save Bedard because he will get the free pass.
Ooh, okay. So Bedard jumped to the inside, I think, to try to get around the 22, and that really, I guess, miscommunication there. And there we go, 3rd caution of the day. We'll jump back to take a quick look at the incident that we just watched live. The points leader's day has gone from bad to worse here at Irwindale.
We can see just up in front, Rhodes Gray slowing down, and then he takes a hard left, and obviously a bit of a spotter's error there into the 55 of J.R. Bedard, and obviously that leaving the 22 stricken on the track. And that's what's brought out our 3rd caution of this evening.
We are once again back here at Irwindale. We are going to be going green lap 70 of 100. J.R. Bedard picked up the free pass, and the 22 of Rhodes Gray is out of the race after his engine failure. Pace truck is off, And Marici will be looking to hold on to a race lead that he definitely had been maintaining pretty well, though Brendan Morris aced the last restart. Can he do it again?
About to find out.
Green flag back out, and Morris really did not look like he did, but Clayton Sessom got to the outside of the 12 truck, and he's going to go for second.
I think he's going to put it off here into 3 and 4.
Oh, not quite. Morris
Self's
going to
nearly
try to
making
hold.
it 3 wide.
I think Morris is going to have to give it up this time. Yep.
Yeah, looks like it.
Ooh. Yeah, okay. Sessom is clear into second, and he's now right on Marici.
And Marici's not really pulled away. I mean, his lead's been more so kept intact by these two behind him fighting.
Oh, and
When he runs up wide,
Sells also, I think, got a bit of a shot there from Justin Henley. And all of a sudden, Zachary DeLilla, where has he come from? He is all of a sudden inside,
the top 5.
just outside the top 5, I believe.
If he gets around to 70, he should be
Yeah.
5th.
And he looks like he'll accomplish that. Yeah, Zachary DeLillo now into 5th. Here's another title contender who could be taking back his points lead from J.R. Bedard.
I mean, it's going to very much swing in his favour, along with the 12 of Brandon Morris, which right now stuck behind the debutant team and non-debutant Clayton Sessom.
What a result this is still going to be regardless for Andretti team dynamics. But if they can win on debut, that would certainly be something.
Well, Sessom's not letting Marici pull away at all.
No, he absolutely isn't. Top 4 are all searching for their first win across the 2 divisions of USARC. Oh, and Sels looked like he might have almost put the back bumper to the 12. And he's going to dive it down the inside.
I have to say, Morris was so slow off the 4. I thought he had an issue.
12 truck looks like it certainly is fading here in the later stages. And that's going to leave the 2 Fords of Sessom and Marici to do battle up front. As Skylar Taylor has also worked his way inside the top 10, or looking for the top 5 now on Cels. Was involved in the earlier incident with the other Ronnie Hank racing truck of Caleb Evans. So hopefully we'll be taking a bit extra care around the other truck. Onjack's really faded on this restart. He's down to P9. Jet Hawksworth just got by him, and here comes Derek Petty, another name we haven't really talked about, as he's now inside the top 10.
It's been a race-long battle up front, so we've really not really spoken about a lot of people through the field. But yeah, a lot of people late on have really kind of snuck their way up into the top 10, Derek Petty being one of them. Jet Hawksworth has been kind of up front all day. I mean, Skylar Taylor, did Morris just pit? No,
Morris did not.
It was just a very aggressive entrance into turn 3. And here comes Skylar Taylor around the outside of Daniel Sells.
Saw the gap at half a second and thought that there might have been a battle, but no. It is... Oh, problems for Benedict Murdo.
Oh dear, it gets worse.
The pole sitters on pit road as there's 3 wide between Vargas Morgan and Orson Billion.
Oh,
still 3 wide.
Staying.
They're going to make it work. Billion clears. But yeah, problems for the pole sitter Benedict Murdo and more 3 wide. Sean McHale... Oh my god.
Oh my god. Just goes to show how powerful it is out there on that outside.
Yeah, problems for Murdo, and here is Clayton Sessom now trying to see if he can make a move. We are closing in on 10 to go, so it is definitely getting down to crunch time here at Irwindale.
I think Marici's really positioning his car quite defensively right now. Just kind of covering the lines that the 26 wants to take.
And here comes Murdo coming off of pit road.
I'll be careful.
Oh, it was Sels earlier with
yeah,
the 08 of McHale, and it was nearly Sels again with the 01 of Murdo, but the 01 does merge cleanly, and Sels will get around. Or not quite.
been a rotten day for Murdo after starting on the pole. Didn't even lead a lap. So yeah, really, it's going to be a race for him to forget, as he now will return his eyes to Chicagoland for the Cup Series.
And Sessom has lost all of the time he had on Marici over the past few laps.
I think it was a really good defensive job by the 99. He was kind of playing a very defensive line, kind of covering off the lines that Sessom was taking, so he really couldn't get that big, powerful exit off of turns 2 and 4 like he would have wanted to. And it's made this look very comfortable for Evan Marici with just a handful of laps remaining.
But it's about to get a bit uncomfortable. We're going to have lap traffic. Angel Gutierrez is going to be the first truck, as more 3 wide, breeding Concepcion and Suleimanova. And now more 3 wide again. They are really getting racy back here.
So Suleimanova's just whipped that thing around the outside, completely cleared this group.
As Concepcion trying to get back down the inside. Gutierrez putting Breeding and Bedard 3 wide.
26 closed on the last lap. Not sure if it's going to stick though.
We are 10 working, 9 to go here from Irwindale. Lap traffic will absolutely play a factor in the finish of this race.
And Marici's going to hit these guys at a really interesting time, because it's going to give Sessom just maybe a lap of time just to close up to the back of him, whilst he's not impeded by the lap traffic in the way that Marici is. But you know, Marici could easily get through these guys. Sessom could as well. This could be the defining factor. Sean McHale as well, who's really off the pace, is going to come into play here as well.
Regardless, if anyone in the current top 7 win this race, it will be their first win across the 2 divisions we have here in USARC. But right now, the favorite is definitely Evan Marici, as he's going to quite easily dispose of the 08 of Sean McHale. That's going to put a truck between him and Clayton Sessom. And I think that's
closed a little bit.
But he's going to need to really cleanly get around McHale if he wants a shot at Marici. But definitely, the distance is closing, as we're going to be coming up on 5 to go. And that's exactly not the spot I feel like that Sessom wanted to find the 08 truck. So he's going to not quite stay as much out of the way as Sessom wanted.
He's going to clear him now, and now Marici's just hitting the back of the fast trucks. It's Nick Breeding who's first up, and he's right on the bumper.
Oh, this is
now suddenly swung back in the favour of
4 laps to go.
Yeah.
Does Sessom have the time? Oh, Marici's found the outside line. This could be what he needs. Oh, can he can't. Okay, now he will clear Breeding. He's going to clear Gutierrez as well. Not quite. Oh, he's going to put it 3 wide. He knows it is time to get moving, and he is now going to put 3 trucks between himself and Clayton Sessom. Contact there between Suleimanova and Gutierrez. 2 laps to go here from Irwindale.
I mean, it's just now a lap and a half. It's that quick, that short round here, and I think that sealed it for Marici with just a lap to go.
White flag here from Irwindale. It has been an extremely impressive drive from the driver of the 99 truck. Gutierrez pulling down pit road. Clayton Sessom now right there, but he's going to be a lap short. Evan Marici takes the win here at Irwindale.
It was an honourable charge there at the end for Sessom. He really closed up in the very short amount of time he had. But take about Evan Marici, his 3rd start, 3 top 10s and 1 win to go with it. Absolutely phenomenal career start for that young man. And hats off as well to the Andretti Team Dynamics team as well. 2nd place on Baby, very nearly the win as well.
Brandon Morris or Brandon Smith rather, is also on pit road. So wondering,
was it fuel mileage?
If a few trucks couldn't go the distance, you see Mika Papega also on pit road. So potentially, yeah, there's some pit road shenanigans here post-race. Taking a look through race results after a thrilling race here at Irwindale Speedway. Evan Marici takes a sensational first career win for Whiteout Motorsports. Behind him, Clayton Sessom. So close yet so far, still a great result for Andretti Team Dynamics on their debut. Brandon Morris comes home P3, Daniel Sells P4, Skylar Taylor, Justin Henley, Jet Hawksworth, Peter Onjak, Zachary DeLillo, and Derek Petty the top 10. Behind them, Brandon Smith, Chris Martins, Mina Truex, Seth Morgan, Don Falconer, Orson Billy, Nicholas Santiago, Christian Vargas, Caden Lemon, and Caleb Evans, after tangling with Skylar Taylor will finish in 20th. Then Mika Papega, Andreas Andronikou, Roberto Crown Jr., Aiden Smith, Virago Kitson, Anthony Greenman, Dylan Matiska, Carter Swab, Freya Aerodaughter, and Clockman 1 rounding the top 30. Then Jacqueline Concepcion was the last car to finish on the lead lap. Jared Bedard, Nick Breeding, and Yekaterina Suleimanova finished 1 lap down. Sean McHale ends this one, or Andrew Gutierrez ends 2 laps down. Sean McHale 6 laps down, and Benedict Murdo the 4th. Really strugglesome day. He finishes 7 laps down, last runner in 37th. Rhodes Gray, Will Parrish, and Isaac Davis all failed to finish. That has been all from Irwindale. Thank you for watching. We'll be on a week break here from the Truck Series, then we will be back for round 7, officially kicking off the second half of the season at Kentucky. Until then, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.